So you kind of have to excuse me a little bit because I'm all about going and doing stuff when I feel to do it. So that means that when I pop up, however I pop up, you just kind of have to be ready for it. As soon as I finish this ice cream in the dead of winter with about 1,000 inches of snow, we're going to have a conversation. Right after I kill my cat. Get down. You're interfering. So the conversation is what haters create. And I was thinking about this yesterday. Actually, I was thinking about it. I guess I started thinking about it on Friday when I decided, after I decided Thursday, that I would post my track When We Met. And the reason why the conversation spawned was because, no, that's not true. The theory has been formulating for a while. But I realized after I put the track out on Thursday, Terrence Stevenson, who is a DJ here in Illinois, he doesn't live in Chicago, he did a mix and he played 2 of my new tunes in that mix. And then Saturday, another newer DJ played When We Met during his live stream on Facebook. And so I started thinking, I was like, you know what? This is going to be really interesting because what I am accustomed to based on the community in Chicago would be older DJs being skeptical, being critical, being haters. And you kind of, you know, how you grow up with a certain group of people or you cut teeth with a group of people and these people are considered your family. So you're always trying to figure out how to, you know, appeal and please your family. Well, at some point you grow out of it. And I realized on Saturday when I was watching Peanut spin on his, I think the show was called Saturday Afternoon Cartoons, was that there is a world of people who are ready, not to say that I just realized this, but I just want to frame it in terms of DJing. There's a world of people who are ready to support you in what you do. You have the daunting task of breaking free from the familiar and focusing on finding those people, focusing on doing. And I was more inspired and encouraged on Saturday after I realized, I'm like, I don't know when I met Douglas Kerr, and I don't know when I met Terrence Stevenson. All I know is we have been friends on Facebook for a bit of time. You know, we have communicated back and forth amongst each other. I know that Douglas Kerr has a brother who I know and have sang Stevie Wonder songs and boogie with in venues before. But there are a bunch of newer DJs who don't share the same ideology as these seasoned DJs who are sitting around being super critical of everybody. And it is a wonderful thing because it reinvigorates the concept of who my market and target audience is. If you'd like to sit around and be one of those people who wants to critique, who is really insecure and more interested in trying to figure out how to belittle and undermine and denigrate people, then you'll probably end up being one of those folks who will get under acknowledged with the newer movement and the newer group of DJs who are coming along, because you're not connecting. You're not connecting because of the fact that you're insecure about them taking your positions. And guess what? They're going to take your positions anyway. That's how this game works. So the question is, what can you do to be a part? And that's where legacy comes in. And that's where, being a mentor and honestly, being a mentee, because you can be a mentee to some younger cats as well. But I'm really inspired. I'm super inspired now because I feel like I have my F Associates thing is popping off already. And whereas these older DJs are going to look at my products, because I put my product in the hands of a few DJs just the other day, who are Chicago DJs, who are very, I wouldn't say, well, popular is subjective, but they're working. I didn't even get a thank you out of them. But these newer DJs went and purchased it. I gave it to these people that I knew. Gave it to them because I wanted them to play it. And they will be resentful and not play it because of who I am. Now, if I were in another city or another space, or more popular, then of course they would be rioting. But guess what we're going to do? We're going to continue to plant seeds. We're going to plant seeds all around them. We're going to plant seeds everywhere. And by the time the spring/summer comes, because spring will be here, I hope Jesus spring comes tomorrow. But by the time spring/summer rolls around, when we met is going to be popping. And that's not from a place of cockiness. I believe in this tune. I also think that people really are resonated to it. I'm not going to tell you all my business, but all you need to know is people really like the tune. And don't get mad. Don't get mad if people come up to you and request it. That's going to kill. That's going to kill. Someone comes up to you and requests when we met, and you'll be like, I ain't never heard that. And then they say, oh, it's this tune that Fathom DJ got out. It's hot. Then you might be standing there with the cracked face. The cracked face. I'm sleepy. I just got home from, where did I get home from? Jesus, I don't even know anymore. I just got home from Bureau Bar. It's the Sundays affair that we do every Sunday in the South Loop. So it's been an interesting weekend. But yeah, so I want to encourage those of you who are trying to get focused, trying to disconnect yourselves from toxic environments and toxic people. Now, we got our own toxicity issues. We do, right? And that's, that's our process that we have to deal with. And, you can most certainly reference one of my Jedis on the good YouTube by the name of Nicholas. I think his last name is Osbow. And Nicholas is a spirit guide who I reference. And he has a contract, kind of a way to disconnect you from a contract you might have with energy or people or certain things. And it's a meditation kind of thing that you can do. But you need to disconnect yourself. And if that means you need to be alone, look, I'm alone. And I don't care. I'm alone in this house. And it's where I work outside of DJing and, the other endeavors that I do. But this is where I am. And if I have to be alone in order to get things done, then I'd rather be alone. But then there's this whole world and this group of people who are out here who are ready. And if you have the right energy and you're projecting, you most certainly can connect with some people who are ready to support you. And so the hater is going to create productivity, because the more energy they put into disliking you, the more people are going to be drawn to you. The more energy people put in trying to tear you down, the more tired they're going to get. And that gives way to energy of others who will most certainly be prepared to support you. And I'm excited, honey. I'm excited because I know what I know. And what I know is the fact that there are far too many DJs, newer DJs, who don't have the hangups and the insecurities that these older seasoned DJs have. And, you know, like, because I'm rolling through. I'm hitting inboxes on Instagram. I'm hitting inboxes on Facebook, Messenger. And if you don't respond, fine. You don't say thank you. If you don't say thank you, now I'll give some people who don't know me the benefit of the doubt. But if I hit your inbox with a tune, particularly, because I'm not hitting your inbox for any other reason. I don't talk to people like that. But if I hit your inbox with a tune and you cannot say thank you, if I say happy birthday to you and you cannot say thank you, you're dead. Because thank you is nothing to say. But thank you is everything to say. When somebody extends themselves to you, when they extend their product to you, when they extend a greeting to you, the least that you could do is say thank you. But you all up in your feelings about whatever you up in your feelings about. And it's just not going to work out for you being a hater. It's not. I mean, we all have insecurities. We're all challenged. We're all going through changes and trying to figure out our next level of doing and stuff like that. But you are not going to win sitting around treating people like crap. There's too many good people to focus on. So I know it's long and it's late, and you probably will see this whenever you do. But I would like to encourage you to be mindful that they are far. If you're of good energy and of good heart, if you're seeking and questing and trying to do the best that you can and do right by people, then you're going to find people who are genuine and true of heart. Regardless of how long it takes you to do that, continue to do that work. Tonight, I just came from Bureau Bar, and another group of people who Jeff knows, who I don't know, come in and they're having a good time, and I'm playing tunes and they know the tunes I'm playing and I'm throwing them here and there. And then we have like a breakdown. So like the night pretty much works. I normally get there around 5:30. So the energy is up and it's kind of like dance and disco and stuff like that. And then there's a moment when, you know, like the crowd switches over and the room might clear a bit. And then there's like some people kind of staying, and I break it down. So I go a little more soulful, a little slower, a little more obscure and things of that nature. So I just got introduced to a group of people who I had never met before, and they were living based on the fact that I was playing Shantae Khan and who else? Lettucey and Rasan Patterson and Robert Glasper and Incognito and Angela Bofield and things of that nature. And that's what it's about. Like, that's what it's about. There are tons of people to meet. There are tons of people you don't know. Stay on your path. Stay focused. Do your work. Be true of heart. Be good to people. And people will find you. Good people. Haters will find you too, of course. But good people will be there to support you. And that's it. Fathom DJ live and direct via YouTube. Sending you cosmic kisses and well wishes. I did a new chart on TrackSource. I've changed the name of my chart. It is now Fathom DJ's Projected Heat. Projected Heat. It's either Fathom DJ's Projected Heat or Heat Projections. Because what I come to the conclusion of is that, and this is based on a conversation that I had with Mark Grant over the summer. I'm going to TrackSource and I'm pulling tunes to purchase. I'm pulling tunes that I've never played before. They can't be my top 10 tunes. They can't be top 10 tunes if they're not rotating yet. So that's why it's heat projections or projected heat, because these are things that I am going to project to be hot. They are not hot yet. They are new to me. They can't be hot. When I work them in a room, that's what makes them hot. So they're heat projections. So that new tunes list is on TrackSource. And if you go to TrackSource and you search Fathom DJ, then you most certainly will find those charts. What else? Of course, I did my morning love session on Thursday. And of course, there's a video that came after that. So we covered that. I will be at Twisted Cantina on Wednesday night here in Chicago with Jesse De La Pena and what's this dude's name? I will be at Twisted Cantina with Jesse De La Pena and Tony Cruz on February 14th, which is Valentine's Day. And it's a listening session and podcast taping. And it's at Twisted Cantina. And how interesting is it that the address isn't on here, I guess. The address is 1640 South Blue Island Avenue here in Chicago, and the hours are 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. and it's 21 and older, and it's sponsored by Vocalo Radio. That is on Wednesday. And as far as I understand, I will be back at Renaissance on Friday, which is 4641 South King Drive in Bronzeville. And then I'll be at Tantrum, which is 1023 South State in South Loop. And then I'll be back at Bureau Bar, which is 75 East 16th Street here in Chicago. Food. Oh, Bandcamp is where When We Met is housed currently. The 3-pack I'm calling Twa Pack will be available on TrackSource in probably about 3 weeks. I got to finish up some stuff. I actually think I'm going to finish that up now. Finish up the packaging of it so that we can get it over to TrackSource and it'll be available. It's 3 different mixes, so they're different than what's on Bandcamp. Bandcamp is housing the knocker. There's a minimal mix, which will not have Kahari's vocals on it. There is a subtle mix, which will have Kahari's vocals on it. And then there's an instrumental, which is the Space Tonic mix. And it's only got the flute and instruments. So anyway, I got to get off of here. It's been 19 minutes. That's super long. You're not going to watch the whole thing, and I know that. But it's live, so do what you want to do with it. Anyway, if you need to find me in the World Wide Webosphere, you can find me at findingfathomdj.com. Hashtag findingfathomdj. Hashtag fathomdj. In your World Wide Webosphere space.